बोलिए श्री राजा रामचंद्र की जय. Devotees, welcome to our final night of devotions in these 3 nights, in this auspicious period of time, Nau Raatri. And today, Naumi, it is said, we are going to hear the Lord manifested himself on this day, thousands of years ago. So we are going to focus on devotions to Bhagavan Sri Ram. Let us all assume an attitude of prayer. Visualize Bhagavan Sri Ram, Sita Ma. Simple but powerful mantra. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Sri Sita Ram. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Sri Ganeshaya Namah. Om Sri Saraswatyai Namah. Om Sri Sita Ramachandraya Namo Namaha. Om Shannu Mitraha Sham Varunaha Shannu Bhavata Aryama Shahanna Indro Brihaspati Shannu Vishnu Rurukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayu Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Ritam Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmahamavatu Tarbakaramavatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Varnanamartha Sanghana Rasanang Chandasamapi Mangalanang Chakarataru Vande Vani Vinayako Bhavani Shankaro Vande Shraddha Vishwasarupinau Yabhyang Vinana Pashyanti Siddha Swanthasamishwaram Vande Bodhamayang Nityam Gurung Shankara Rupinam Yamasito hi Vakrupi Chandra Sarvatra Vandyate Sita Rama Gunagram Punya Aran Viharinau Vande Vishuddha Vigyanu Kavishwar Kapishwaru Udbhavisti Sanghar Karinim Kleshaharinim Sarvasyaskaring Sitam Natuham Rama Vallabham Yanamaya Vashva Vishwamakhilam Brahmadi Devasura Yat Satvaram Shaiva Bhanti Sakalam Rajjau Yatha He Brahma Yata Padah Plau Eka Evahi Bhavam Budhistiti Shivshavatam Vandeham Tamukheshakaran Param Ramakhyamisham Harim. Om Sri Sita Ramachandraya Namo Namah. नाना पुराण निगमागम सम्मतम यद् रामायणे निगदितं क्वचिदिन्यतोऽपि स्वान्तः सुखाय तुलसी रघुनाथ गाथा भाषा निबंध मति मंजुल मातुनुति जहि सुमीरत सिद्ध हो गणनायक हरिवर बदना करहुवनु दहसु शुभ गुण सदन मूक हो ही बाचा पंगु चढ़े गिरिवर गहन जसु कृपा सुदया दवो सकल कलिमल दहन नील सरोरुष तरुणयरुण बहरि जनयन करो सोमम पुरधाम सदा क्षीर सागर शयन इंदु समदेह कुमार मन करुणायन राहि दीन परनेह करहु कृपा मरधनमयन बंदो गुरु पदकन कृपा सिंधु नर रूप हरि महामोह सुवचन रविकर निकर ओम मनोजवं मारुततुल्य वेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयहारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि हरिः ओम तत्सत् ओम नमः शिवाय ओम श्री सीतारामचंद्राय नमो नमः। Holy Sri Raja Ramachandra ki. Our devotees, as we have been maintaining, devotions incomplete unless we worship Bholinath. Yagyavalak Muni expressed these sentiments to Bharadwaji. Before one can attain devotions to Bhagwan Sri Ram, who symbolizes the state of spiritual perfection, one needs to worship Shivaji, Bhakti to Shiva, who symbolizes Vairagya, dispassion. Without Vairagya, perfection is an impossibility. So, let's visualize Bholinath. देव देवोत्तम दीन जुबन देवादिदेव दयामय श्री महादेव कृपामय श्री महादेव दयामय देव देवोत्तम दीन सुरक्षक देव देवोत्तम दीन सुरक्षक देवादिदेव दयामय देवादिदेव दयामय श्री महादेव कृपामय श्री महादेव दयामय पतित उद्धार पाप विदूरा पतित उद्धार पाप विदूरा कैलाश विहार परमेश्वर कैलाश विहार परमेश्वर भस्म भव तव भव भय नाशक भस्म भव तव भव भय नाशक श्री महादेव कृपामय श्री महादेव दयामय देव देवोत्तम दीन सुरक्षक देवादिदेव दयामय देवादिदेव दयामय श्री महादेव कृपामय श्री महादेव दयामय पतित उद्धार पाप विदूरा पतित उद्धार पाप विदूरा कैलाश विहारा परमेश्वरा कैलाश विहारा परमेश्वरा भस्म भव तव भव भय नाशक भस्म भव तव भव भय नाशक श्री महादेव कृपमय श्री महादेव दयामय श्री महादेव कृपमय देव देवोत्तम दीन सुरक्षक बोले श्री उमापति महादेव की जय। और devotees will glorify Bhagavan Sri Ram before we listen to his glories. युग अवतारा श्री रघुराम राम 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 युग अवतारा श्री रघुराम हे युग अवतारा श्री रघुराम राम 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 सीता राम 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 युग अवतारा श्री रघुराम राम 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 सीता राम 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 परम निरंजन कृपा निधान परम निरंजन कृपा निधान श्री रघुराम जानकी राम श्री रघुराम जानकी राम 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 सीता राम Ram 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 Sitapati Ram. Ram 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 Sitapati Ram. Yuga Yavatara Shri Raghunatha. Yuga Yavatara Shri Raghunatha. Raja Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Raja Ram 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 Sita Ram 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 Raja Ram 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 Sita Ram. Yuga Yavatara Shri Raghurama. Bole Shri Raja Ramachandra ki. Now devotees, Hinduism tells us that Lord manifests himself from time to time. Why? For the protection of his devotees. As in the Gita, Bhagavan nicely said, Yada yada hi dharmasya granir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham paritranaya sadhunang vinashaya dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya shambhavami yuge yuge. All these points we have been hearing over and over for the years. Ravan, very, very powerful, very dominant, very wicked. And the devatas as well as the devotees of the Lord were put to the sword. Mother Earth, very distressed, assumed the form of a cow, went to Brahma to cry her distresses. Whatever distress she was in, the devatas were in the same distress. So what to do? They went to Shivaji and together they decided to appeal to Vishnu Bhagwan according to the Katha. So devotees, the question was, where is Lord Vishnu? Where is he? Many gave different answers. He in heaven, he in the murti, he's in the heart, he's everywhere. Bhagwan Shankar made his point that Hari Vyapak Sarvatra Samana. God pervades every single atom of creation. But Prem Te Pragat Yahi Mai Jana. But it is only because of love, through the power of love, the Lord manifests himself. If there is no love, if there is not that bhav, that feeling of love, nothing is happening. This is in this context I keep telling you that when you pray, God has to be in your feelings, in your thoughts. If not, you're not praying. You're not praying. God is nowhere if you can't have him in your thoughts and feelings. So, the devatas, on the advice of Bhagwan Shankar, they realized that, where do I go? Where can I go? That Lord is present everywhere. So what is the right methodology to make him appear? Stabilize. Baitha asan jama karke, tyag man ke vicharon ko. Stabilize yourself. Put all negative thoughts out of the mind. All thoughts of materialism out of the mind. Put the Lord in his mind, in the mind. The feelings. And wherever you are, if you have this right attitude, right approach, he manifests. He responds to our prayer. So the Devatas devotees follow that advice which was also endorsed by Brahmaji. And so, in a state of dependence, pushing everything out of the mind, they concentrated upon that Supreme Purush, the Vishnu aspect of divinity. And they prayed. Jaya Jaya Suranayaka Jana Sukhadayak Pranata Pala Bhagavanta Bodhija Hitakari Jai Asurari Sindhu Sutta Priyakanta Palana Suradharani Adbhuta Karani Marmana Jane Ku सहज कृपाला दीन दयाला करहु अनुग्रह सूरी जय जय विनाशी सब घट बसी व्यापक परमानंद अविगत भूतिता चरित पुनीता माया रहित मुकुंद यही लागी विरागी अति अनुरागी विगत मोह मुनि वृंदा निशिवासर ध्यावहि हरि गुण गावहि जयति सच्चिदानंद यही सृष्टि उपायी त्रिविध बनाई संग सहायन दूजा सो करहु अघारी चिंत हमारी जानिय भक्ति न पूजा जो भव भय भंजन जन मन रंजन भंजन विपति क्रम बच बानी छारी सयानी शरण सकल सुरयूथ शारद सुति शेष ऋषिय यशेष जतः को न जाना यही दीन पियारे वेद पुकारे धवो सुश्री भगवाना भव परिधि मंदर सब दिव्य सुंदर गुण मंदिर सुख पूजा मुनि सिद्ध सकल सुर परम प्रयातु नमत नाथ पद कंजा नमत नाथ पद कंजा नमत नाथ पद कंजा. I'm not going to translate all that, but a wonderful way, bhav, feelings, the devatas appealed to that Lord, who responded by telling them, fear not, I shall manifest myself for your sakes. I shall manifest myself, and as he gave promise to Manu Shatrupa, different reasons for the manifestation. In due course, he said, I'll manifest myself in 4 forms. But in the meantime, all you devatas, you can assume form in the form of monkeys and bears and await my arrival. I shall manifest in due course. So devotees, the plan was all laid. The devatas waited. Now, if you notice, everything is time. God didn't come the same time now for now. Right? He takes time. Everything takes time. So, in the meantime, what we do? We make sacrifices. We continue to make sacrifices while we await his arrival. Don't sit down and do nothing. You have to keep acting. Build that vibration. Devotees, time passed. Ravan, one day, flying through the air with Pushpak Biman, he saw in a forested area a beautiful girl taking part in her devotions and so on. Ravan, a slave to his senses, he descended and he accosted that girl. Indecent proposal, so to speak. And so, devotees, when he realized who she was, for she knew who Ravan was, but he didn't recognize her. Who she was? The daughter-in-law of Kubir. And according to how Katha is, Kubir is like a cousin of Ravan. So in other words, this girl was like Ravan's daughter-in-law. She was very embarrassed. And when Ravan realized who she was, he felt a little bit embarrassment. But a shameless man doesn't remain so for too long. Shamelessness overpowers him. He forgot about it. But this girl went and told her husband, who told Kubir. And devotees, if they said a srap was pronounced on Ravan, that, oh Ravan, a descendant of Raghukul, the solar race, will destroy you. Now Dashrath was the king at that point in time. His father was Aj, that was his name. That is Raghukul, the solar race. Dashrath, devotees, king of Ayodhya Puri. Ravan thought to himself that if Dashrath would have a son, then the srap is that this child will kill me. So Ravan, to protect himself, self-preservation, he performed intense tapasya to Brahma, the creative aspect. And he prayed, having pleased Brahmaji, who told him to ask for what you want. He said, O Pitamaha, Dashrath must never have any offspring, male offspring. He had no fear for men. So no offspring, no male offspring. Dashrath must be incapable of fathering his son. Brahma said, Tathastu, so shall it be. So devotees, Ravan now thought himself to be deathless. And I won't go back and sing Ek Din Hame Bhi Jana Hai again. We all understand that over and over, that we all have to go one day, no matter how smart we think we are. Dashrath, devotees, in the meantime, was married to Koshilia. He had a daughter, whose name was Shanta, one daughter. But, you know, in days gone by, and it happens even up to today, many people would like to have a son. For they say the son carries on the family lineage and so on and so forth. But they could also destroy it. We know that. Because there is what they call a put. Put means a son. Saput, a good son. Kaput, opposite. So a saput lifts whatever the father does to higher levels. The saput destroys everything like a wrong side breeze, scatter the clouds. So devotees, Dashrath had neither put nor put. So you couldn't have a saput or a kaput. So therefore, with this in mind, who would be the heir apparent to the throne? He got married a second time with the consent of Koshilia. The problem was they were thinking that Koshilia, the queen, you know, when such things happen, they blame the woman. She can't be a son. She can't be a son. And that happens in India up to today. When many daughters-in-law put out of the house because you can't be a son. Now these things happen, and I said they still happen. Devotees, so the thinking was that it was Kaushalia's fault. She had a daughter but no son. Koshilia agreed. Dashrath got married to Kaikeyi. Many years passed, no son. With the permission of these two, he got married again to Sumitra, yet still no son. So devotees try as much as he can, even getting married 3 times, no sons. And why? Because of this Bardhan given to Ravan by Brahmaji. Now, many times when people are incapable of having offspring in whatever way you want to have, it's not just, sometimes it's not only gynecological, you know. It can be otherwise too. And sometimes it all goes back to karma. But that's a different topic, we won't elaborate upon that. All right? Now, whatever happens, we always claim happens for the best. So Dashrath devotees, Many years passed. Great monarch of Ayodhya Puri. No sons. No sons. He was getting old. Nobody gets younger. Even though you might look young, but you get older. Everybody. Darshan realized one day, time is going by. What is happening? Yagyavalak Muni is explained to Bharadwaji, Kabhushun to Garuji, Bhagwan Shankar to Goddess Parvati, Tulsidas. Very beautiful he wrote.
एक बार भूपति मन माही होई गलनी मेरे सुत नाही। गए रामा गुरु ग्रह गए तुरत मुहि पल शरण लागी करी विनय विशाल। जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम राम जय जय सीता राम जय जय राम।
याज्ञवल्क्य की मुनि बोले, ही भरद्वाज जी, जब राजा दशरथ जी राज करते कई सहर्ष वर्ष बीत गए, तब मन में बड़ी चिंता हुई कि हमारे पुत्र नहीं है। तुरंत राजा घर के गए और चरण पकड़ बहुत विनती करी। याज्ञवल्क्य मुनि सिंह भरद्वाज जी, when many years passed, the king ruling Ayodhya Puri, everything was good. Everything was good. But you know, devotees, there must be some area of discontent. Nobody is perfectly happy. So Dashrath had this area of discontent in his life. Unfulfilled, no fulfillment. Desire unfulfilled. He was very worried. बड़ी चिंता हुई. क्यों? Why? हमारे पुत्र नहीं है. I have no sons. Well, as a matter of fact, say no son. हमारे पुत्र नहीं है. I have no son. And being the king, as we mentioned, he wanted to have an heir apparent, someone to carry on the kingdom. At this point in time, notice Raja Dashrath did whatever he had to do before, getting married 3 times, whatever else. But now when nothing happened, in this state of distress, discontent, he went to his guru's home, Guru Vasishtha. Now notice, he didn't call the guru. He was the king. He didn't summon the guru. He humbled himself and he went to the guru. He went to Guru's home. Who was his guru? Guru Vasishtha. approaching his Guru, making prostrations. Then he held on to the feet of the Guru, charan pakar, a way of surrendering, submitting yourself. The action alone, body language. Charan pakar, bahut vinti kari. In various ways, he is crying out his distress. Informing his Guru, not that the Guru doesn't know, but to satisfy his own mind, Dashrath, explaining to the Guru.
दुख सुख नृप गुरु सुनय कही वशिष्ठ बहु विधि समुझय धरहु धीर होई है सूत चारी त्रिभुवन विदित भक्त भय हरि धरहु धीर होई है सूत भुवन विदित भक्त भय हरि
अपना दुख सुख राजा ने गुरु को सुनाया। तब मुनि बहुत प्रकार से समझाते हुए बोले। वशिष्ठ जी ने कहा, हे राजन धीरज धरो, 4 पुत्र होंगे, तीनों लोग जिन्हें जानेंगे, भक्तों का भय दूर करने वाले लगे। The king devotees laid his life bare for his guru. No hidden areas. Our scriptures tell us when you approach the Guru, you don't play smart. Many times you hide things. You feel Guru wouldn't know. Simply put, you play games. Many do that. If you really want, Devi Bhagavad tells us the same thing. Bhagavad Mahapuran tells us the same thing. You go to the Guru. If you have the confidence to go to him, you must have that confidence to bear your life open, so to speak. The king said, "O Gurudev, where the kingdom is concerned, I have absolutely no problems. Politically, socially, under all circumstances, the kingdom, the ship of state is very, very stable. So from that perspective, there is no problem, Gurudev. But there is one area of my life which is very, very empty, is lacking fulfillment. And what is that, Gurudev? I have no son. I have no son. I have tried everything possible, everything humanly possible, and nothing has come to fruition. So Gurudev, this is my distress. No problem with the kingdom, but personally, lack of fulfillment, as if there is nothing in my life. What I really want, no achievement." Now devotees, everything has a time. So Guru Vasisht, great sage, Trikalagya, know of the past, present and future. We must remember that Guru Vasisht is a mind-born son of Brahma, according to Katha. So Brahma told Guru Vasisht, "Oh my son, I want you to go and become a Purohit. for the Raghukul. Purohit means family priest. Now, Purohit is different from Pandit, but in Trinidad, everybody is a Pandit. Even a donkey is a Pandit. Sorry. So devotees, Pandit. Anything is a Pandit. Purohit, a person who performs rituals and so on and so forth. Guides along. Guru Vasishtha said, "Oh, Father, I don't want to become a Purohit. And I'm using my own terms." He said, "That is dog work." You know what I mean? It's degrading. It's demeaning. Right? You have to go. I want to explain further in a devotee because I might explain by some although himself. And that might create a little problem. Yeah? But you have to understand, many of us, you think that is a glorified position. And I can't help thinking, but some people believe that from way back in the past, pundits like me, my late Mamu Ramdat Vyas, some of us, we glorify this position. Because sitting on the Singhasan and doing Kirtan Bhajan, having people, you're controlling them, so to speak. Oh, what a glorified position it is. But you see, devotees, if you have to be a Purohit, not only sit down here and sing and thing, no? Daily life, performing people's pujas, cremation, srad, different things. Think about the kind of circumstances you have to expose yourself to. You see? So, at that point in time, they don't have yag like how we have yag now, That's not the kind of yag. You're going to hear the kind of yag they would do. But devotees, Guru Vasishtha, he said, I don't want to do that, oh Father. This is dog work. And this is why, when Guru Vasishtha mentioned that, I have asked many young people who want to be Pandits. Guru Vasishtha didn't want to be a Purohit. Why you want to be one? Well, of course, they start to stutter. They can't answer why. Because all them looking at not the sacrifice you have to make, but they're looking at the so-called apparent benefits that you could get. Dakshina, name, fame, etc. Wrong objective. But there are different points in devotees. But come back to Guru Vasishtha. Very qualified, but he didn't want to become a Purohit. He said, "Oh Pitamaha, what benefit will that be for me?" Then Brahma said, "Oh Vasishtha, go, become that Purohit for Raghukul. And because of that function of yours, you'll be able to see the infinite manifest. You'll be able to guide him along. You shall get darshan of that Lord." And that was the reward, the remuneration that Vasishtha looked for. And here, this is going to happen in a short while. So Guru Vasishtha was aware that the Lord is going to manifest himself as the son of Dashrath. So here, when this Guru Vasishtha heard what Dashrath said, he said, "Oh Dashrath, be courageous. In times of adversity, courage is a great virtue. You can't waver. You have to be strong, be focused, be determined. In time to come, O Dashrath, you are going to have 4 sons, Sutachari. And these sons shall be known Tribhuvan Virit. They shall be known throughout the 3 worlds, Tribhuvan, Bhakta Bahehari. They shall remove all the fears, distresses, etc. from the heart of the devotees. O Dashrath, fear not. You shall have 4 very powerful sons." Now this is rare kind of guru to have. Not when you have a problem and you call the guru, you disappear. And we have that? Only I know that, right? So you have to go and find the next guru somewhere. Not everybody, sometimes some people have such a guru. But devotees, I keep saying without elaboration too much, gurus are like bulbs. You have 10 watt, you have 25 watt, I think, 50, 60, 70, 100, 500, 1000. What's the problem with the 1000 watt? Generate too much heat. You can't stay near here at all, too much heat. And then you have colored bulb. Gurus can be classified like all that. And then you have blow bulb. There are some gurus like that also. Now this is not attacking anybody, this is stating what is a fact. Analyze in society and see. You know? And if it is, very few, you know, will go to a guru with that amount of heat. It's very uncomfortable to be around. But everybody choose where you're comfortable, you know. Here Guru Vasisht, one of a kind devotees. Param Guru, Satcha Guru, one without a second. So devotees, for a few moments, when I speak of Guru, I remember my Guru, who of course is no longer here. You have your gurus, visualize your gurus, you know what kind of guru you have, I hope you know. But more importantly, I think the guru needs to know what kind of guru he is.
Guru Charana Kamala Balihari Re Mere मन की दुविधा तरी रे Guru Charana Kamala Balihari Re Mere मन की दुविधा तरी रे Guru Charana Kamala Balihari Re Mere मन की दुविधा तरी रे भाव सागर में नीरय परा हो डूब रहा नहीं मिले किनारा पल मिलिया उबारी रे पल मिलिया उबारी रे गुरु चरण कमल बलिहारी रे गुरु चरण कमल बलिहारी रे मेरे मन की दुविधा तरी रे काम क्रोध मद लोभ लुटेरे जन्म जन्म की बैरी मेरी सबको दीना सबको दीना माही गुरु चरण कमल बलिहारी गुरु चरण कमल बलिहारी रे मेरे मन की दुविधा तरी रे द्वैत भाव सब दूर कराया हो पूर्ण ब्रह्म एक दर्शया घट घत ज्योत निहारी रे घत घत ज्योत निहारी रे गुरु चरण कमल बलिहारी रे मेरे दुविधातारी रे जोग जुगत गुरुदेव बताए ब्रह्मानंद शांति मनाए ब्रह्मानंद शांति मनाए मानुष देह सुधारी रे मानुष देह सुधारी रे गुरु चरण कमल बलिहारी रे गुरु चरण कमल बलिहारी रे मेरे दुविधातारी रे मेरे दुविधातारी रे मेरे दुविधातारी रे.
That Guru takes us from darkness to light, devotees. And he takes us to that point of Brahmanand, peace of state of perfection, bliss. Brahmanand, Shanti Manai, peace. We recognize fully then the power of this human form. Manush dehe sudhari re. Bade bhagi manush to nupava. The Guru guides us along this direction. Not to eat and enjoy, eat, what I say, eat, drink, make merry when you're dead merry. That's not the Guru's teachings. The Guru tried to take us out of that to a state of spirituality, freedom from bondage. And I emphasize that freedom from bondage doesn't mean that you're going to die. Many people scared to be freed for liberation, no? They still have to die. No. There's Deha Mukti and Videha Mukti. You can be liberated while embodied. And there's also disembodiment, liberation through that way. So you don't have to die. Within this very same body of ours, we can, through the teaching of the Guru, and of course the application of the teachings of the Guru, we can free ourselves from bondage. The Sankadik Jivan Muktas, while embodied, they were liberated. So devotees, the Guru, the Satcha Guru, is the one who guides us. And Dashrath had full confidence, total confidence. As a matter of fact, if I put it, blind faith in his Guru, because he knew the power of the Guru. So it's good to bear this in mind, and this institution of Guru-Chela relationship is very important. But devotees, it is coming into ill repute, falling apart. Not because of the system, but because of the personnel. Let's leave that there. Guru Vasishtha devotees encouraged Dashrath. He didn't only talk. He said, Dashrath, you need to perform what is called a Putrishti Yagya, a special sacrifice that will bring for you sons. Guru Vasishtha was aware of the fact that Dashrath would not be able to father a son. No sons could be born of the seminal fluid of Dashrath because of that Vardhan Brahma gave to Ravan. Ravan Tapasya. You see? So devotees, yet, no matter what, I want to bear this point in mind. Sometimes people may attempt to harm you, attempt to keep you down. But if you do the right things, if you have the right players in the right places, when I say players, the right factors, personnel. Dashrath got 4 sons. Ravan couldn't stop that. Even though none were born of the seminal fruit of Dashrath, but 4 sons he got. Understand the point? So yes, you have those who will try to stop you. But if you are stopped in the tracks, it is your fault. Your fault. There's always a way. There are ways and means we can get around any situation. In the world of duality, where there's a problem, there's always a solution. You have to look for it. Solution, Putrishti Yagya.
भक्ति सहित राम भक्ति सहित मुनि आहुति दीन्हि प्रगटे अग्नि चारुतर लीन्हि जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
Sringi Rishi Vasishta Bulawa. Now devotees Guru Vasishta was a very qualified Guru. But they want to perform a special ritual. Putrishti Yagya. Putra means son, Ishta means desire. Desire to have a son. So there's a sacrifice in Hinduism, devotees. There's always something we can do. Right? But of course, the advice will come from the Guru. And if it's the best for you, it will be done. If not, no. Right? There was a sage called Sringi Rishi. Now Sringi was highly qualified, proficient in the performance of Putrishti Yagya. Guru Vasishta issued invitation to him and other sages, and the intent was to perform Putrishti Yagya. And the Putrishti Yagya devotees, Vyakasim Hen Ramayana Yagya, Shri Puran, Devi Bhagavad, correct? Where somebody, a Pandit, Veer and so on and so forth. And of course, we have a new dimension they call fundraising yag. In Trinidad, we have that. Great businessmen, they use yag to raise funds. Now, don't think I sanction that, I condemn that. You don't do that. But Trinidadians, people, we can do anything why. So fundraising yag. Anyway, this Putrishti Yagya. Now, how such a yag was done? Devotees, this we mentioned before, the main altar is an Agni Kund, what we call the Havan Kund. You go to Havan. Without that, any yag is incomplete. And that Agni Kund, because of a specific objective of this yagya, it had to be dug at a specific point in time and specific dimensions. So I did give a formula one time, right? The base of the Agni Kund is more or less square. So if you call it x, x by x. So the side is x. The depth of it has to be 4x. And the top of it, square, also 4x. So if it's 1 meter, the base of it, 1 meter square, then 4 meters in depth, imagine the size of it. A special type of construction. They have to dig it. They have to start to dig it in the right point in time. Prepare everything. That is the main altar. And then they choose an appropriate time to light that fire. Now the fire was not lit with camphor and so on. We have matches. Now you have a lighter. Right? They get a custom pulling trigger. Devotees, the sages had experienced how with two pieces of wood, they would rub it together. And they know from experience when they could get that first spark. And so based upon that experience, they prepare themselves and light that fire on the most appropriate point in time. And when that fire is lit, you have 4 priests on 4 sides of it. One making sure that the fire doesn't go out, putting wood and so on. One offerings, ghee and so on into the fire. Devotees, specialists, each one have a specialist. Many of you may not remember, but long time they say when you have a yagya, you have to have 5 Brahman. You must have to have 5 Brahman. One must be a Gosain. But you have to see by the Shivlingam. Now, all that, but you see, long time they had the 5 Brahman, but what were they doing? Sitting there and sleeping. These 5 Brahmin here, 4 on 4 sides, and the main one, he is the one overseeing everything, chanting the mantras. They all had a function to perform. And there was a certain amount of mantras, you see, taken from scriptures. And they would start that mantra, and they no srota. The king and queen, no srota. Fast and so on, and you sit in a pavilion by yourself. They put you in a tent by yourself, but you have to maintain discipline. The sages performing all your rites and rituals. And you know why? Because they know what discipline to maintain. In mind, body, in actions, of course. So devotees, all the setup was there. Fire kindled, invocation done, and now the sages began to make the offerings. Bhakti sahit, with devotion in their mind. Not just swaha, swaha. Many of us say swaha because we are accustomed saying swaha. I like you to say swaha, it's good. But when you're doing puja and the devotees and you're not focusing, remember I gave an example one time. I told one of my goddaughters, I won't say from where, right, that I'm going to do this 5 times. You don't have to check. That says swaha nofa. Okay? One time swaha, I sing the mantra. Swaha, she saying swaha. 2 times swaha. 4 times she say 4. So she check in, she is saying swaha. When I tell you devotees, plenty experience after all these years, Yeah. And I say, Guruji, sorry. Mantra already said. When I tell you, don't count, I check in. You say swaha, focus. Bhakti sahit, with devotion in your mind. And devotees, many people make plenty sacrifices, physical, all that's very, very good. But when time to sit down and perform these rituals here, if this is where we fall through. This is why last night I mentioned also that the whole elephant passed through the needle hole, but the tail is stick. I talk about that because he arti. From the time people hear arti, yeah boy, Baba don't know, good. So you start to talk, like everything let go. Wrong. Arti is most important. People don't pay attention to that. Don't pay attention to that. Because you know what? You're glad Baba done. And you'll lose out. Now devotee, don't tell me that is not so, I keep saying, when I sit here, I see everybody. So I see who's at the giggle, who's at the old talk. Now they don't, people fight, no, they won't come temple again. But Baba, watching all of we. Devotees, after teaching for so many years, you see every child in the class. This is why, sometimes I close my eyes. I don't want to watch anybody. Because I don't want to, whatever. Yeah. Close my eyes and pray. That is because I don't want to see who doing what. That's why I keep saying you on your own. But devotees, just as I and that I could mention to you, plenty Baba bunks up with. Another reason why, for a time I stopped closing my eye and praying, I had a yag. And, another Baba was doing the yag, but he asked me to read a night. This down south, but now for what they call it. Now, many times when I'm doing yag, my father would never sit with me on the singhasan. But this Pandit pursuant of the singhasan. I won't call him, but he died now. I'm not bad talking about the truth. So I did my katha and so on, and at the end of it all, the lady came, an old lady, right? Short lady. Bhai, you pick up the dakshina thing. You shall have any book, but offer any book. I said, no. She said, oh God, bhai, we put more today because you come. You know what happened? Have you close the eye and go in dhyan? Pray and close and pray. Baba pick up all the dakshina. Put it in your pocket. Since then I'm afraid to close my eye. Yeah. But I start back closing my eye because nobody here around me. You know? Devotees experience. People praying, Baba, that is actually stealing. I didn't tell him anything. Well, I keep saying the devotee, not boasting, but the kind of experiences I have had with some of these people. You know why sometimes I speak how I speak. Not happy at all. You know, I mean, the why sometimes I keep saying the greatest fraud perpetuated on man is religion. Not that religion is bad, but the players, the games that people play. Sometimes I can't help it. I tell somebody, I think yesterday, if you want to find one of the greatest hypocrite, check in a temple. I didn't say Gyan Deepak, eh? But maybe I'll look around and see if I have to tell him Gyan Deepak. Closest to the church, but furthest from God, as they say. Now this may look like putting people down, not putting you down. It's trying to awaken you. Don't play games. Life is too short for such things. Okay? So devotees, let's get back. These holy ones, they're not playing games. They have special skills. Each one specialist in this area, chanting mantra and offering and so on and so forth. Fire blazing, wonderful vibration. And devotees, something happened. Pragati Agni, Charu Karalinha. Out of that fire, the blazing flames, a form appeared. Brilliant in appearance. Again, Devata, as we say. The divine energy personified itself. Again, everybody saw that. And this divine embodiment, what it said.
हृदय विचार सकल कर्म सिद्ध तुम्हारा विवाद देहु निपजाई यही है विवाद देहु निपजाई यथा युग भग बनाई यथा युग भाग्य बनाई
अगिन ने कहा, हे राजा, वशिष्ठ जी ने जो कुछ मन में विचारा था वह तुम्हारा काम सब सिद्ध हुआ। यह खीर जाकर यथा योग्य भाग बनाकर बांट दो। This form, again Dev said, O king, O Raja, and very, very instructive to note what he said. जो वशिष्ठ कछु हृदय विचारा, वशिष्ठ जी ने जो कुछ में मन में विचारा था, whatever your guru has in mind for you, he didn't say whatever you want, whatever your guru has in mind for you, वशिष्ठ जी ने जो कुछ मन में विचारा था, वह तुम्हारा काम सब सिद्ध हुआ. Be fulfilled. Be fulfilled. So notice, even Dasharatha wanted this, but if Guru Vasishtha didn't want that for him to happen, it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. This is the power of the Satcha Guru, the true spiritual Guru, teacher. Born out here. And the devotees, Guru is an ideal, Guru Vasishtha, ideal Guru. And you know, we have plenty gurus, Jaisa Kach, Kashi, Vaisa, Nach, Nachi. How drum beats to their dance. Guru Vasishtha devotees, he stood on principle. When later on, you know, Vishwamitra Muni came to ask for Sri Ram and Lakshman, Dasharatha was overpowered. He said, "Oh Holy One, I'm so pleased. Ask anything you want." And when he said, Vishwamitra said, "O King, I've come for your two sons, Ram and Lakshman." What Dasharatha told him? "Oh holy man, you talk without thinking, man. In my old age, I'm blessed with 4 sons. You asked him for 2 of them. But now he said, ask and I'll give to you anything you ask for." Then when Guru Vasishtha saw that, he stood up and said, "Dasharatha, you are wrong. King or no king, I don't care who you are. Your position means nothing to me. I stand on principle. Firstly, you are from this lineage of Raghukul. Raghukul riti sada chaliyai pran na jai varu vachan na jai. That in that ancestry they prefer die but never allow their word to fall. And here you are descendant of Raghukul. You just gave your word and you're breaking your word. Wrong, Dasharatha. Wrong." And then he said, "Vishwamitra is qualified. He is qualified to receive the help of Sri Ram and Lakshman." Now many may not know, before Vishwamitra became Vishwamitra, he was a powerful king, full of a great expert in weaponry and so on. And it is said many times there was battle between Vasishtha and Vishwamitra. That name wasn't Vishwamitra, forget his name. And Guru Vasishtha, just the stick he had, no matter what weapons were released by Vishwamitra, just the stick alone, Guru Vasishtha defeated him. And then he decided that, look, all this fight I fight and all the skill I have, there is nothing like spirituality. And so he gave up that side of life. His Gadhi Tanai, his father was Gadhi, a great king. He was a great king. But when he realized the power, this Brahman just a stick, and he defeated all my weapons, then he went to start to perform tapasya. Great tapasya. And so he reached to where he was, Vishwamitra ji. Spirituality, we keep saying over and over. Money, name, fame, position, power, fickle and free, only for a time. Spirituality is for all times. Yeah? Now, Vasishtha was fully aware of what happened before with Vishwamitra. But the holy man does not carry a grudge. He could have very well said to Dasharatha, "Yeah, Vishwamitra, he fought against me way back. Why are you giving Sri Ram?" No grudge. This is how you judge a holy man. Doesn't carry baggage. Doesn't carry baggage. Right? And he recognized the qualification of Vishwamitra ji to receive the help of Sri Ram and Lakshman. So devotees, this is Guru. Satcha Guru, who stand on principle. And we keep saying great minds reflect on principle, mediocre minds on events, and undeveloped minds on people. So devotees, the Guru itself, the power of the Guru, caused all these things to happen for Dasharatha. Here again is saying, your desire, what you have in mind, is what the Guru prayed for, what he organized for, shall come to fulfillment. And in his hand there was a container, which some people say sweet rice, whatever. Some content in there. Dasharatha was told by this Agindev, take this, Dasharatha, and distribute it amongst your queens as you see fit.
यश पावक भई सकल सभहि समुझाय परमानंद मगन कपि परमानंद मगन नृप हर्षन हृदय समय किया पति रामचंद्र चिकित्सै शरण.
Having said so, devotees, then that divine embodiment again Dev disappeared. सब सभा को समझाकर informing all again Dev अंतर्ध्यान हुए और राजा ऐसे परमानंदित हुए कि मन से प्रसन्नता नहीं समाई. Darshat was overjoyed, ecstatic. You know, devotees, you really want something so bad. Nothing else in your mind, in your life, means anything to you. But now but what you really crave for, that highest objective of yours, whatever it is, about to come to fulfillment, Darshat couldn't contain himself with joy. Body bristling all over with ecstasy, tears in his eyes. Yag concluded, solution obtained. Darshat decided to distribute the kheer.
Koshilia
तब राव प्रियनारी बुलाई. The king called his 3 queens. They all came, Koshilia, Ari, and others, Koshilia, Kaikai, Sumitra, Chali, Ai, they came. Now Dashrath was advised to distribute the kheer as he saw fit. So devotees, whatever was given to him, he divided into half. How much half make a whole way? Dashrath? 2? All right, he knows it. All right. Half. Ardhabha Koshilia hi dinha. He gave half to Koshilia, the first queen. So keep the fractions in your head, because we have to do some mathematics in due course. I won't give you a test, but we just have to do the mathematics. Ardhabhag. Now Ubhay Bhag Adhe Kar Kinha. So the half that was left, he again divided into 2 equal parts. So how much would it be of the whole? Vasisht? You doing the level maths, why? That too easy. You have half divided into half. Quarter. Quarter each. So 2 pieces, quarter each. Get it clear? 2 pieces, a quarter of the whole thing. All right. Kai kai kahaso nipadayavu. Yeah? Rehusu bhai bhag puni bhayavu. So whatever, he took one of those quarters and he gave it to Kaikai. So Koshilia got half, Kaikai got quarter of the whole. And whatever was left, yeah, Rehu Subhai Bhagapuni Bhayu. So the quarter that was left again subdivided into 2 equal parts. How much would that be? 1/8. So 2 pieces, 1/8 of the whole. They took these 2 pieces, placed one in the hand of Koshilia, one in the hand of Kaikeyi, and these 2 pieces were given to Sumitra. So the entire amount was distributed. So understand how the mathematics went? And I keep mentioning, without mathematics, you're in real problem. Yeah? Real problem. Mathematics helps us to solve problems, helps us to organize our thinking, rationalize, etc., etc. The reward is, everything has maths in it. Everything. Okay. So Koshilia got a half, Kaikeyi got a quarter, Sumitra got 2 pieces, 1/8 each. Now, yesterday I think it was, I heard somebody talking about Hanuman Jayanti coming up next week. And we did mention this before. Somebody came with a brilliant idea that while they were distributing this kheer, this bird was flying by. And the bird ducked down and picked up somebody's kheer in the beak and fly away in the forest. In that forest, Anjani, the mother of Hanuman Baba, and Keshari, they lived. And so that bird dropped that kheer, which very mysteriously fell into Anjani's mouth. I don't know if she had the mouth open so on top, I don't know how it happened. Went into Anjani's mouth. And so people say, now, you know what happened? These 3 queens became expectant mothers. And Anjani became an expectant mother also. From Anjani, Hanuman was born. Next week we will talk about that, but we won't talk this again. Now, 2 things. Some people say this, that Hanuman is Sri Ram's brother, because they come from the same kheer. Yeah? Now, I don't know, a half and a quarter and an 1/8 and an 1/8 make a whole. I can't see how that piece missing. Think of the circumstances. That bird very smart to come pick up something and go and drop it in Anjani's mouth. But you see, this is the problem in Hinduism. Anybody feels something, you say it, you write it, and put it, and people will regurgitate it. Whether making sense or no sense. Especially if it's not making sense, they love to regurgitate it. You know that? Yeah? And again, I've mentioned this before. One day a fellow approached me, he said, help on it, how do you feel you're smart? I said, I never say so. He said, well, tell me something. When I cut off Ganesh's head, what happened to the head? I said, it fall in the ground. He said, nah. An old fellow, no? I meet up all kind of man. So I said, well, I don't know. He said, if they fall in the ground, where it go? I said, tell me. He said, where the head fall, coconut tree go up. And from then we have coconut. So I said, what kind of coconut? Chinese or local? What kind of coconut go up? But you can't answer the question, Chinese? No, for he, that is Gyan. But of course he go away, because you can't answer with local or with Chinese coconut. You have to know how to talk to these people. I'm telling you, all kind of madmen we meet up. And they have Gyan. Everybody knows. Yeah? You see? So the vote is, this is one something and also you're going to hear. Another something people keep talking about, that Shivari tasted the foods and gave it to Sri Ram. And Lakshman was scorned, he's scorning it and he threw it away. And that seed became Sajivan Bhuti. Sajivan Bhuti didn't exist before that. Lakshman gets slapped, that will have to save you. Tulsidas never said that. The vote is, Shivari Ma, great devotee, I think she would jutha something and give to Sri Ram. They make a picture in India and they put that and everybody saying jutha bag. Tulsidas never said that. What Tulsi said, where Shivari Ma lived, each tree, she would taste the fruits from the tree and know which tree would have the sweetest fruits and collect those fruits and give to Sri Ram. So that come now, she takes the fruit and put it in Sri Ram mouth. So much so in Canada, one time a fellow come in, from the time I wish wanted to do a yag. He said, Pandit, he said, and Shivari taste the fruits? I said, stop right there. Were you trying to tell me you could taste the pulsar before you offer it? He said, how you know? I said, I think I'm stupid like you. Then fellows fooled me, you know. Because that was where he was coming from. If Shivari tastes food, why we can't taste the prasad? This is why devotees, I go back to Albert Einstein. Two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity. He said, he ain't sure about the universe. All understand what I mean? He ain't sure about the universe. And if he may factly say that, I will clarify it. He's sure about human stupidity. It's infinite. And even scriptures, all this common devotees, people read 2 letters and they know the whole book. Sad. And no anubhav. And I keep saying, you see scriptures, you have to have experience, anubhav, attitudes inside of you, experience, personal, before you could understand scriptures in depth. Yeah? So, bear it in mind. Devotees, so let me just, these 3 mothers became expectant mothers. These 3 queens became expectant mothers. And nobody should be amazed at this, because if you go to Christian theology, and they have what they call the Immaculate Conception, or never heard that, or I heard already. But when Sri Ram was born, that is stupidness. This is the Lord's Maya. The 3 mothers appear to be, the 3 queens appear to be expectant mothers, but it was with divinity. And they had a different glow about them, each mother. Normally, when mothers are expectant, when they're going to have the babies and so on, they have a different appearance about them, boy. Unless you see they getting pressure from the husband and thing. Right? If you see treat them well and whatever, there's a glow about them. Naturally. Because every child is like a form of God. Yeah, but we won't digress into that. Here devotees, brilliance, a glow about them. And everybody would know something is happening, something positive. And Dashrath, overjoyed. In due course, he will have his sons. 4 sons, Guru said to him. 4 sons. And so devotees, we all know everything happens in time. And with the passing of time, it is said, the day came for Sri Ram, firstly, to manifest himself. And Yoga Lagna Graha Bharatithi Sakala Bhai Anukul Char Aru Achara Harsha Yuta Rama Janma Sukhamul. All the astrological settings were perfect, wonderful. And from Hindu perspective, we believe a lot in the astrological setting because there's a vibration that impacts upon the fetus, the baby. Right? Now devotees, when Sri Ram was about to manifest, all the settings were right. What they call the Yog, the Lagna, the Graha, the planets. The day was a Tuesday. And the time, midday time, Tuesday, midday time, devotees, and it was in Nau Raatri time, in Naumi Tithi. Naumi Tithi, the 9th day. And they said midday time, why? They say both animate and inanimate creation, there is something about that midday time is a peaceful time. Should I say a lazy time? Not a lazy time. Everybody want to rest, you have to eat and thing now. Right? You have to relax yourself and you take an hour break and so on and so forth. That is who do take break wholly. So you relax yourself there. They say why? Sri Ram Janma, his birth. Sukhamul, the root of happiness. The time that he was born says a lot. Devotees, everybody that is the holy ones were overjoyed, ecstatic. Sri Ram had manifested himself. Right? Now, the 3 queens gave birth. Sri Ram was born of, as we say, born, but not biological birth. Nobody could give birth to God. Anybody born biologically, you're not God. We are human beings aspiring to become God. So devotees, Sri Ram, born of Koshilia. Bharatji, born of Kaikeyi. And Lakshman and Shatrughan. Remember, Sumitra got 2 pieces. The 2 brothers, they were twins, if you want to call them so, born of Sumitra. Darshan got 4 sons. Through the power of Putrishti Yagya. Through the grace of Guru. And devotees, when Sri Ram manifested himself, of course, the environment changed. Nature tells us when something good is about to happen and whatever else. There's always music in the atmosphere. That vibration that advises us. Good, bad, whatever. We all, those who are perceptive enough, you get the feelings. Devotees, Sri Ram appeared. Now, before I go on, we wrap it up. I don't want to keep you too late. I've tried to explain. You see the story, we all know it. But this inner part of it, very few are aware of it. And I did mention it once or twice before, so I'm going to put it again. I want to try to retain it, because you don't really hear these kind of things. Now, question can be asked, why half to Koshilia? Why quarter to Bharat and 1/8? Now, I won't make it too complicated. I'll keep it up to a certain point. We have mentioned before that Koshilia represents Sattvic Prakriti, Kaikeyi Rajasic, Sumitra Tamas Prakriti. Now, what I'm going to say to you could also go to that level, but I don't want to, exhaust your brains too much this evening. I'll start with the half. Now, Sri Ram, Bharat, Lakshman, Shatrughan, 4. They represent 4 pathways to liberation. So, Sri Ram represents Gyan Yuga. Remember that. Gyan Yuga, the path of wisdom. Bharat, he represents Bhakti Yuga, the path of devotion. Lakshman, he represents Dhyan Yuga, the path of meditation, the power of meditation. And Shatrughan, Karam Yuga. Right? Karam Yuga. Now, there's something about the fractions. You notice the numerator of all is 1. So that numerator, the numbers play an important role in Hinduism. That numerator, the part on top you want to put it, that is the Brahm. That is infinite. So when Sri Ram, came half of the kheer, 1/2. Right? That 2 symbolizes 2 states. We call it Tatas Lakshan and Swarup Lakshan. Now that is all of us. Now what that means, Tatas Lakshan, Swarup. Tatast, as a man, you behave as a man. All the elements and so on, the tattvas and so on. But yet you are divinity embodied. So Tatas Lakshan, Swarup Lakshan, these 2 symbolize the joining together of matter and spirit. Now each of us is spirit. Now don't get spirit wrong to mean zombie. Divine spirit, Atma. And the body is matter. So there's a bond between matter and spirit. This is why we say Atma Hai Ram. And if you look at Sri Ram's Leelas, there are times when he will behave as a man, and there are times when he behave as divinity, even though in a man form. But if you can, what we have to do, all of us, Tatas Lakshan, Swarup Lakshan, rise beyond Tatas Lakshan, get to Swarup Lakshan, that state of pure spirituality. 1/1 is 1, 1 with the infinite. But you have to go beyond Tatas Lakshan. You have to transcend the material. There's an imaginary bond between matter and spirit, Maya, that binds matter and spirit, Gyandipa Katha, Ramayana. Gyan Yuga. You have to untie that knot, which is imaginary. It doesn't exist. But imagine to untie an imaginary knot in the dark. Make it much worse. That is our problem. This is why the path of Gyan is very, very difficult. But there's a pathway. But what you have to do, go beyond the Tatas Lakshan, the material things of life. Go towards spirituality. This is why I keep saying, like Shrek. Shrek, I'm like an onion. To go to the inner core of an onion, you have to peel out the outer layers. The outer layer, Tatas Lakshan. The inner core, Swarup Lakshan, Atma Hai Ram. So devotees, for those who could follow the path of Gyan, this is what Sri Ram represents here. That half represents that pathway, Gyan. Bharat, 1/4, quarter. Now every one of us is Bhakti Yuga. There's manas, buddhi, ahankar and chit. Now this might be news for plenty people. This is why devotees sorry, but I keep saying, many of us like in preschool in religion, we know absolutely nothing. Put some flowers here, light there, parkya lota dhar de, and you okay. No man. No. Follow what I'm saying. What is depth of Hinduism? And this for each person, pathway that you want to go on. Manas is mind. Buddhi, intellect. Ahankar, the ego, I. And chit, memory stuff. We call this the antahakaran that exists in every one of us. The path of bhakti, you know what you have to do? Manas has to merge in buddhi. Buddhi has to merge in ahankar. And ahankar has to merge in chit. You call it purified chit. That is bhakti. So bhakti is not when you put in flowers and swing in arti, that physical action. It's an internal journey. Bharat. 1/4. Rising from manas. And how do I clarify what it is, devotees? Manas, mind. A simple example. Mind tell me, let me go temple. The mind tell you that. The buddhi will question, why should I go temple? That is buddhi. Now these things happen inside of us. The buddhi will now say, if I go, I will learn something. Or if I go, I will waste my time. Based upon what you analyze, then you decide to come temple. Then say, I went to temple, ahankar. When you come to temple, or you don't go, wherever you are, you get an anubhav, an experience that you carry with you, as I keep saying. If you get burned, you don't carry the fire with you. You carry the experience of pain. So when you come to temple, is why I keep saying, you have to listen, you have to identify, become part of it, not superficial. So an experience impacts upon you. Anubhav. That is what you take with you. If you don't take with that, don't take something with you, you waste your time for the evening. I'm not talking about the experience that the food you go get. The alignment, the socialization. This is what you focus upon. I ain't talking about that. The spiritual impact. This is important. Yeah? That is what you take with you. Devotees, now that is transferred into chit. So the ahankar will say, I went to a yagya and I benefited. That experience impacts upon the chit. Memory stuff. And that is what we take with us from life after life. Life after life. The chit. Chitta chora yashoda ki bal. All these things intertwined. Devotee is bhakti. So I want all of you to understand. Deva keeps saying, Shiva, 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 Shiva. Mining KFC eating chicken. I ain't saying all of you doing that, but some people do that. Shiva, 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 night before Shiva Raatri. When you go shut up, you go and play Juve, boy. You have your clothes in your bag, waiting to go Juve straight. You praying, boy? Huh? This is why I keep saying we fool ourselves. Not everybody does it. If one person does it, it's too much. So devotees, you have to understand what these things mean. All the deep lessons here, not superficial. So, Gyan, Bhakti. The why Bharat and Sri Ram is very, very close. Bharat and Sri Ram, they are very close together. Bharat always focuses on Sri Ram. And Sri Ram, when Hanuman told Bharat, when the whole world says Ram, 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 what Bharat says, what Sri Ram says? Ha Bharat, Gyan Bhakti. Gyan Bhakti, not more Bhakti. Devotion with knowledge, with understanding. Everything ties in there. And devotee is Lakshman, power of dhyan, meditation. And we have mentioned time and again, there are eight limbs of yoga. Many like to do yoga. You go on strong and type yourself in not and poo hard, say doing yoga. That is not yoga, that is bhoga. Yoga means coming in union with the Lord. And there are 8 factors, 8 limbs of yoga you have to practice. You start with yam, forms of self-restraint. Yeah? 10 forms I mentioned someday. Ahimsa satyam asteyam, brahmacharyam dayarjavam, chamadhiti mitahara, shaucham cheti yamadasha. All this we said already. Like yam. If you don't have self-restraint, you could do yoga. Then positive virtues, yam. Yam niyam, this is niyam. tapah santoshastikyam, danam devasya pujanam, siddhanta sravanam chaiva, hridmatischa japohutam. 10 forms of positive virtues. Second stage. Then asan, we talk about that already. How you sit. When you stretch out like an ajgar, you think you're praying? Why do you think we have a spine? For the kundalini to rise straight up the spine. But devotees' posture we know is a problem. If you can't have proper posture, and Devi Ma outlined 5 important postures, asan, to sit down, where you can lift your consciousness. You can't sit down properly, you can't, how you go meditate, boy? Asan. Then pranayam, breathing exercises. Life is breath, breath is life. When we talk about Hanuman next week, you're going to hear, we're going to mention Hanuman, the son of the wind. Hanuman, the mind principle. And the mind is of the nature of wind. If you can control breath, you control life. Now, devotees, breathing is a problem. Yeah. You have inhalation, retention, exhalation. These 3, Purak, Kumbhak, Richak. These 3 aspects, pranayam, important, which is the basis of life. You have to control breath. And you know what Bhagavan says, Devi Ma says, those who want to meditate? If you inhale, that's 1. You keep that breath. If you can't hold your breath, now, I won't tell you 2.5 hours. They say 1.5 hours. What you meditating on? When your devotees already realize that people who have heart problem, the breathing very superficial. Very superficial. A correlation between heart and lungs. How could you concentrate then? This is why we advise exercise and so on. Exercise helps you to regularize your breathing. Breath is life, devotees. And if you can't control that breathing, what meditation are you doing? So that is pranayam. Pratyahar, withdrawal of the senses. Like a tortoise pulling in its limbs. Hard shell on the outside. The sense, the gyanendriyas, sense of hearing, sense of sight, olfactory sense, tactile sense, the sense of taste. You can't sit down and smell in the curry in the back. I don't think we have curry. You sit down and smell in whatever, and you taste in whatever. The senses pulling you. You meditating. That's why I keep seeing people fool themselves. Right? This is a journey. Pratyahar, you have to withdraw the senses. And then you come to dharana. Then you come to concentration. So when they tell you focus on a point, keep the mind, that is concentration, that is the meditation. So if you stabilize the mind, you condition the mind, because all the factors are already right. And when you can stabilize that mind and concentrate on a fixed point, then the next point will you go to dhyan. Now you go to meditation. And if you master meditation, then you go to samadhi, absorption. Atma and Paramatma. While embodied still you can do that. Dhyan yoga. We have any Raj yogis here? Huh? I mean, you could call yourself whatever. Do you do it? How far you reach? That is Lakshman. Lakshman did not sleep for 14 years. We can even keep working for half an hour in Katha, you sleep away. Isn't that so? Dhyan, devotee, we do be caustic. Just making a point. Lakshman represents Dhyan Yoga. But this is what you need to do to come to that oneness. So you come to Aham Brahmasmi, to meditation. Okay? That is 1/8. Notice the Ashtang Yoga, Lakshman, 1/8. And what about Shatrughan, Karam? Through karma, I can free myself from bondage. And devotees, how the 8 come in. There are 3 main types of karma. Sanchit, Prarabdha and Agami. Sanchit karma, we live in the past, stored up karma. Prarabdha, that part of Sanchit that now bearing fruits. All of us right now, whatever we are experiencing, is because of Prarabdha. That part of Sanchit karma that is now bearing fruits. Agami, that is which is still to come. How can I attain liberation through karma? Now this is where we have now the unconditional surrender. I have mentioned to you all time and again, there are 6 components of Sharanagati. 6 components. Scripture has given injunctions and prohibitions. 2. Carry out the injunctions, avoid the prohibitions, like karma. Believe in God and none else but God. That is 4. Humility and self-surrender. That is 6. If you develop these 6 qualities, automatically you burn away sanchit and prarabdha. That is 8. Are you following me? Following Danny? If you develop that state of unconditional surrender, you burn away all sanchit and prarabdha. 6 and 2 is 8, 1 over 8. Agami is not you doing it. While you're there, karmas are done, but you have become the instrument. You are just one with the Lord. You free yourself from bondage. Karma. Karma binds us. So devotees, this simple thing which nobody pay attention to, it indicates to us, what is the journey, what is the formula, the methodology, whichever path is based upon our temperament, that we could choose to go to God. That is if you choose to go to God. So when the Lord manifests himself, these 4 forms, devotees, these lessons are for us to practice. We determine which way we want to go. Which way we want to go. And of course our scriptures tell us the easiest way is bhakti. Bhakti. But not pure bhakti alone. Mix wisdom with it. And when we do bhakti, if you notice, we do kirtan, you have to sit down. You sing in, you have to breathe properly. Everything incorporated in that. You have to concentrate. Savan, Manan, Kirtan. Everything ties in with that. And devotees, if you can follow what we're saying here, where God is, right here. Each and every one of us. You follow the pathway. This is what the manifestation is all about. You get rid, as we talk about Shwet, the outer layer, and tap into that inner divinity, who you are and what you are in reality. Aham Brahmasmi. I am divinity. Right? Now I don't want anybody to, go and patki tushi lota dharan come back, Aham Brahmasmi. I tap into divinity inside of me. And one fellow tell me that, he has arti for the Atma. I said, how you do that, boy? He has passed the arti by belly. I said, I could see why. Could see why. He Atma by belly. Belly to devotees, mental gratification. But if you're happy, who am I to say anything? But it doesn't take you anywhere. You have to have the right knowledge, understanding. And up to today, I was telling somebody, people have different pathways. We can't put them down. You do what you want. Feel free. But my duty is to let you know what it is about. And your duty, if you want to follow it or don't follow it, because you are alone. Each person on the pathway alone. This manifestation katha has direct relevance to every one of us. Because why? Atma hai Ram. Ram hai Atma. Okay? Now, having said all these devotees, you have to determine which is your pathway. Don't forget we have said, how I go to God so he comes to me. What is the pathway? Whichever pathway you choose, you can find him, as we say. Self-realization is equivalent to God realization. But the katha goes on and see when Sri Ram manifests, everything was so changed and so on and so forth. And I've said this over and over. When a person begins to develop spirituality, everything about you change for the better. There's a glow about you. Your attitude becomes different. Your thinking becomes different. Everything about you becomes different. Right? Once you begin to tap into that inner divinity, you can't hide. You can't fool anybody except those who are stupid. Those who have the eyes to see will know if you're going somewhere or not. So devotees, this is why again I keep saying it's an individual journey. Individual journey. So we're celebrating this. Every year we celebrate it. Sometimes I just like to give you a bit something more for you to focus upon and internalize. Internalize. Because you're on your own journey. So this manifestation has everything to do about every one of us. Every one of us. And you choose which pathway you're comfortable with. Devotees, you could imagine the joy, the ecstasy, the bliss that existed in Ayodhya Puri when Sri Ram manifested himself. Everybody in a state of ecstasy. And so the sages, the divinity, the various forms of divinity, the devatas, they came and they showed flowers upon that spot. The celestials, divine instruments, songs, dances to celebrate the appearance of that infinite in a finite form. Nirgun Brahm in Sagun form. Devotees, ecstasy, joy. That's Sri Ram, when he appeared in Sanchakra Gadaparam, form. And Mother Koshilia, devotees, when she saw that, she wanted to have the Lord as her son, not Vishnu Bhagavan. And so devotees, the prayer was here. Everybody prayed, the sages prayed, the mother prayed also, asking that Lord, transform. Let's listen, devotees. It said,
Bhaye pragat kripala deen dayala Kaushilya hitakari Arashita mahatari muni manahari Adbhuta rupa nihari Lochana abhirama tanu dhamma shama Nij ayudha bhujachari Bhushan banamala nayana vishala Shobha sindhu kharari Kahaduhu karajori astuti turi Kehi vidhi karo ananta Maya guna jnana kita amana Veda purana bhananta Karuna guna sagar sab guna agar Jehi gavahi shruti santa Su mamahita lagi jan anuragi Pragat bhaye shri kanta Brahmanda nikaya niramita maya Roma roma pratibeta kahe Mama urasopasi yah upahasi Sunat dhira mati chiran rahe Upaja jab jnana prabhu musukana Charita bahu vidhi kin chahi Kahi katha sunai matu bujhai Yehi prakar sukha prema lahe Mata puni puli somati duli Sajahu kata yah rupa Ki jai shishulila ati priya shila Yah sukha paramaya rupa Suni vachana sujana rodana thana Suni vachana sujana rodana thana Koi balak surabhupa Yahi charat soga vahi hari pada pavan Tena parahi bhavupa Na parahi bhavakupa Na parahi bhavakupa. So that Lord devotee, by Pragat Kripala, he appeared, he wasn't born. By Pragat Kripala, Deen Dayala, Kaushilya Hitakari, to champion the cause of Kaushilya. Of course, mother was overjoyed. And to see this wonderful form of Sanchakra Gadaparam, and devotee, she prayed in her own way. But as we said, what the mother doesn't want to have Sanchakra Gadaparam walking all about. The mother wants to have a son. That child she could hold to her bosom, breastfeed, take care of. Yeah? Mothers will know how that feels. I would never know. Unless I'm born back as a mother. I don't want that. I like to be how I am. So devotees, when she prayed and so on in this kind of way, then Mata, she said, oh Lord, I'm in this wonderful form, but I really, my intellect, wavering when I'm seeing you in this form. I want you as a child, as a baby. Oh Lord, this is what my praise. And we must remember Kaushilya Ma, Shatrupa, Dashrath Raja Manu. They performed tapasya many lifetimes ago. And for you to see that Lord, who is infinite, formless, they want to see with the physical eyes. So Koshilia was reborn as Shatrupa. So all this is part of her prayer. Nothing happened just like that. Devotees. And when she prayed to that Lord, she didn't have to appeal too much. The Lord knows the mother's heart. The Lord knows his devotee heart. You know. So then when she just prayed like that, then that child devotees, what he did, that form, Vishnu Bhagwan, transformed himself into a very, very beautiful baby boy. Right? Suni Bachan Sujana, Rodan Thana. And what is first thing a child does? Cry. The Lord of all creation, assuming the form of a baby boy, began to cry. She's signaling to all that the baby has been born. The baby has been born. And we all understand, the kind of joy, kind of ecstasy, when fulfillment comes in this kind of way. Everybody was overjoyed, ecstatic. Dasharatha himself, the child is crying, the child is born. Devotees, Tulsidas, he made a nice point here. Yaha chara joga vahi, hari parapa vahi. Whoever recites, focuses upon this charitra, this leela of the Lord, hari parapa vahi. You wish to the feet of the Lord. Tena parhi bhavakupa. You know bhavakup? This world is compared to a pond, a well. A well. And in this well there is blindness. Right? Sansar Sagar. When a person focuses upon such kathas and all these celebrations and so on, we do these things with the right attitude, right feelings. Devotees, what happens? You never fall back into this well of duality. Bhaukup. Never. And believe me, sometimes I wish I could get out of it now. Because you know what life is? Today you laugh, tomorrow you cry, today you join together, tomorrow you separate. When will it end, boy? Huh? All like it? If things going good, nobody have a problem. But when problems take us, separation, pain, when will it end? When will it end? This is why such things are important in life, to help us to withdraw from those things around us that bind us. But devotees, we surrender to that Lord. Focus upon His glories. For it is all about us. He manifested Himself. Vipridhenu surasantahita, lean manuj avatar, nija ichha nirmita tanu, maya gunagopar. For the protection of the cows, the holy ones, etc. That Lord lean manuj avatar. He took form as a human being. His own ichha, His own will to protect His devotees. And devotees, all that we need to show is that gratitude towards the Lord. Yeah? The few things we offer to Him here and there, you think that could ever express fully our gratitude? Our attitude must be as such. That love in our heart. Get close to that Lord. This is what He wants from us, the devotees. He doesn't want anything we have in material things. He created the world. He wants our love. He wants us to come to Him. I'm sure parents would understand what it means to have your children close to you. And He is divine. But many of us, we are deviant. Deviant. We transgress. So devotees, manifestation, not talking about how God come in the world. Manifestation about every one of us evolving into Godhood. Every one of us. Devotees, for a few moments, I want to concentrate on Bhagavan Sri Ram. Visualize Him. Sri Rama Stuti. Shri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajuman Arana Bhava Bhayadarunam Shri Ramachandra Kripalu Bhajuman Arana Bhava Bhayadarunam Navakanja Lochana Kanja Mukhakar Kanja Pada Kanjarunam Kandarpaya Ganitaya Mita Chabi Navanila Niraja Sundaram Patapita Manahu Tarita Ruchi शुचि नौमि जनक सुतवरम् भजो दीन बंधु दिनेश दानव दैत्य वंश निकंदनम रघुनंद आनंद कंद कुशल चंद्र दशरथ नंदनम शिर मुकुट कुंडल तिलक चारु उदार अंग विभूषणम आजानु भुज शर चापधर संग्राम जित खर दूषणम इति वदति तुलसीदास शंकर शेष मुनि मनरंजनम मम हृदय कंज निवास कुरु कमलि खल दल गंजनम श्री राम श्री राम श्री राम जय राम। बोले श्री राजा रामचंद्र की जय। Make preparation for the final holy devotees. We glorify Sri Ram collectively. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram, Patita Pavan Sita Ram, Sita Ram. There is nothing else but Sita Ram. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram, पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम पतित पावन सीताराम राम राम जय राजा राम 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 जय राजा राम 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 जय राम राम जय सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम। पतित पावन सीताराम। पतित पावन सीताराम। राम राम जय राजा राम। राम राम जय राजा राम। राम राम जय सीताराम। राम राम जय सीताराम। राम राम जय सीताराम। हे राम राम जय राजा राम। राम राम जय सीताराम। हे राम राम जय सीताराम। हे राम राम जय जय श्री राम। हे राम राम जय जय श्री राम। हे राम राम जय राजा राम। जय जय राजा राम। जय सीताराम। हे राम राम जय राजा राम। राम राम जय सीताराम। हे राम राम जय सीताराम। हे राम राम जय जय श्री राम। राम राम जय जय श्री राम। हे राम राम जय जय श्री राम। राम राम जय जय श्री राम। हे राम राम जय जय श्री राम। राम राम जय। रघुपति राघव राजा राम। पतित पावन सीताराम। रघुपति राघव राजा राम। पतित पावन। ओम गंगनपतये नमः स्वाहा। श्री गौरी माता स्वाहा। पृथ्वी माता स्वाहा। पंचलोकपाल देवाय स्वाहा। ओम नमो नारायणाय स्वाहा। ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। सूर्यारि नवग्रह देवाय स्वाहा। ब्रह्मग्नये नमः स्वाहा। ओम ह्रीं श्रीं चंडिकायै नमः स्वाहा। ओम क्रीं कालियै नमः स्वाहा। महालक्ष्मी माताभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा। ओम श्रीं ह्रीं सरस्वत्यै स्वाहा। श्री ईश्वरी देवी स्वाहा। श्री परमेश्वरी देवी स्वाहा। श्री शीतला देवी स्वाहा। श्री महाअन्नपूर्णा देवी स्वाहा। श्री मंगला देवी स्वाहा। श्री चंदी देवी स्वाहा। मनसा देवी स्वाहा। ओम ह्रीं षष्ठी देव्यै स्वाहा। श्री तारा देवी स्वाहा। षोडशी देवी स्वाहा। भुवनेश्वरी देवी स्वाहा। छिन्नमस्ता देवी स्वाहा। भैरवी देवी स्वाहा। धूमावती देवी स्वाहा। बगलामुखी देवी स्वाहा। श्री मातंगी देवी स्वाहा। श्री कमला देवी स्वाहा। हेमावती देवी स्वाहा।
सिद्धेश्वरी देवी स्वाहा, श्री कल्याणी देवी स्वाहा, कात्यायनी देवी स्वाहा, कौमारी देवी स्वाहा, श्री वैष्णवी देवी स्वाहा, गायत्री देवी स्वाहा, श्री सावित्री देवी स्वाहा, श्री तुलसी देवी स्वाहा, स्वाहा देवी स्वाहा, सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, श्री हनुमते नमः स्वाहा, सीतारामचंद्राभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, राधा कृष्णाय नमः स्वाहा, इष्टदेवाय स्वाहा, कुलदेवाय स्वाहा, अष्टान देवाय स्वाहा, ग्राम देवाय स्वाहा, इतर कर्म प्रधान देवाय स्वाहा, 5 times again, वास्तुदेवाय स्वाहा, 33 करोड़ देवताभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, सर्वदेवता सर्वदेवीभ्यो नमो नमः स्वाहा, अनंत स्वरूपाय ब्रह्मणे नमः स्वाहा, ओम श्री गुरुवे नमः स्वाहा. Please all stand, devotees. We perform Purnahuti. Everybody can for on where the samagri is. Nobody would is in other samagri. Right? We concentrate on Bhagwan Shankar. Om Namah Shambhavaya Cha Mayubhavaya Cha Namah Sankaraya Cha Mayaskaraya Cha Shivaya Cha Shivtaraya Cha Om Namah Shivaya. Om Purnamidah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. Put relief on everything on the samagri. Touch the coconut fire, touch it fire, rest it one side. Put inside the basket anyway. Why do ask 1 3 times? Sarva Papa Harang Dibyam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanang Chamaya Dattam Vrihitam Purushotamaha Brahm Agnaye Namaha Achmanam Samarpayami. Bow to the frame. Now devotees, we are going to do Aarti, and while the Aarti is in progress now, we have the Palna in front here, as I mentioned last night. Just a case of offering a flower and gently work the Palna. Don't work him too hard before you wake him up. Sri Ram Sharanam Mama. Sri Ram Sharanam Mama. That's all. We surrender to that Lord. Okay? So you'll come and take your Aarti, do your Palna, and then you return to respective abode. But not abode yet, respective place. And devotees, remember, Aarti is important. So we do Ramayana Aarti. Arati Shri Ramayana Ji ki Arati Shri Gavata Brahma Deka Muni Narada Gavata Brahma Sanakadi Shesha Arusharada Shukha Sanakadi Santata Gavata Shambhu Bhavani
संत जगावत व्यास आदि कवि पुंग बखानी व्यास आदि कवि चारे वेद पुराण अष्टादश चारे वेद तन मन धन संतन की सरवस तन मन धन कलिमल हरनी विषय रस की कलिमल हरनी हरनी रोग भव मूरी अमीति हरनी रोग भव आरती श्री रामायण जी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीरति कलित कृत सिय की जय श्री राम जय श्री राम जय श्री झूले झूले पलना झूले झूले पलना कौशिल्या झूलावे ललना झूले झूले पलना कौशिल्या झूलावे ललना ताहि की यह पलना बनी है ताहि की यह पलना बनी है ताहि की काहे के लागे फूलना काहे के लागे फूलना कौशिल्या झूलावे ललना झूले झूले पलना कौशिल्या झूलावे ललना चंदन की यह पलना बनी है चंदन की चंदन की यह पहना बनी है चंदन की। रेशम के लागे फूलना, रेशम के लागे फूलना, कौशल्या झूलावे ललना, झूले झूले पलना, कौशल्या झूलावे ललना। जो मेरी ललना की पलना झूलावे, जो मेरी ललना की पलना झूलावे, जो मेरी। तुम भी दोनों हाथ के कंगना, तुम भी दोनों हाथ के कंगना, कौशल्या झूलावे ललना, झूले झूले पलना, कौशल्या झूलावे ललना। सूर्य सखी भजो बाल राम को, सूर्य सखी भजो बाल राम को। जुग जुग जिए तेरे ललना, जुग जुग जिए तेरे ललना, कौशल्या झूलावे ललना, झूले झूले पलना, कौशल्या झूलावे ललना। झूले पलना, कौशल्या झूलावे ललना। कौशल्या झूलावे ललना। ए कौशल्या झूलावे ललना। ए झूलना झूलावे श्री राम, झूलना ओह झूलना, अरे झूलना झूलावे श्री राम, झूलना झूले नंद राम, झूले श्री राम, ए झूले नंद राम, झूले श्री राम। झूलना झूलावे श्री राम, झूले नंद राम, झूले श्री राम। रेशम की डोरी झूलावे कौशल्या, रेशम की डोरी, रेशम की डोरी, रेशम की डोरी झूलावे कौशल्या। आरती उतारे श्री राम, झूले नंद राम, झूले श्री राम। पलना झूलावे गीत सुनावे, पलना झूलावे, पलना झूलावे गीत सुनावे। मंगल गावे श्री राम, ए मंगल गावे श्री राम, मंगल झूले नंद राम, झूले श्री राम। ए झूले नंद राम, झूले श्री राम, झूले नंद राम, झूले श्री राम, झूले श्री राम, झूले परम धाम, झूले परम धाम, झूले सुख धाम। ए झूले सुख धाम झूले रघुराम, ए झूले रघुराम झूले नंदराम, ए झूले श्री राम झूले रघुराम, ए झूले मम धाम। महामंत्र की गोती जल्दी कर दो। Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Let's put our feelings, everything into it. We've had the opportunity to come together to glorify that Master. Samay na barambar. We give thanks for this opportunity. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Shiva Hare Shiva Rama Sakhi Prabhu, Tribhidhata Panivaran He Vibhu, Aja Janeshwara Yadav Pahi. Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam, Shiva Hare Vijayam Kuru Me Varam, Pratidinam Kushalam Jai Mangalam, Pratidinam Kushalam Jai Mangalam. Mangalam Bhagwan Vishnu, Mangalam Garudhwaja, Mangalam Pundarikaksha, Mangalayatanu Hari. Om Avahanam Na Janami, Na Janami Visarjanam, Pujang Chaiva Na Janami, Chamyatang Parmeshwara. Om Gacha Garsura Sreshta Swasthani Parmeshwara, Yata Brahmadayo Devas Tapta Gachutasana. Om Labhasteshang Jayasteshang, Kutasteshang Parajaya, Yesham Indi Varshamo, Hirdayastu Janardana. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kascha Dukbhag Bhavet. Om Mantrahinam, Kriyahinam, Bhaktihinam Janardanam, Yat Pujitam Maya Deva, Paripurnam Tadastu Me. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Gachatvam Bhagwan Agni Swasthani Kundam Madhyataha, Hutam Adaya Devebhya, Shigra Dehi Prasidame. Tvameva Mata Cha Pitah Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dradinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. गर्व से कहो, गर्व से कहो, गर्व से कहो, बोलिए श्री राजा रामचंद्र की जय, आज शक्ति जगदम्बा माता की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की, बोलिए श्री स्वाहा माता की। Shubhamastu. Blessings to all. Kindly be seated, devotees.
Sitaram, and before I move to the actual announcements, I would just like to say on behalf of the GDKM Management Committee, we would all like to express our heartfelt gratitude to each and everyone for joining with us on our 3 nights of Yag. Of course, a special thank you to Guruji, as normal, for guiding and supporting every aspect of this Yag. Without you, nothing would have been possible. A special thank you as well to all those who would have given their time and effort towards making these 3 nights of devotion a truly blessed and successful occasion. Your service is truly appreciated. So, moving now to the actual announcements, we would like to just remind everyone that there will be no service on Sunday, the 29th of March. We would like to, however, invite you to our Hanuman Jayanti celebrations, which will be taking place on the 1st of April. Puja will begin at 5 p.m. in the evening, followed by offerings and discourse. And as we had also mentioned last night, in the lead up to the Hanuman Jayanti celebrations, Shakti Mandali is inviting everyone to join on the 31st of March for the chanting of the Sundarkan, which will be led by various Pandits of SWAHA. And the session will begin at 5 p.m. And on that note as well, Shakti Mandali is also extending an invitation to everyone to their Sri Hanuman Yagya, which will take place from the 1st to the 4th of April from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And this year will be officiated by Pandit Balram Prasad, and everyone is welcome to enjoy. Parasadhan meals have been provided for all and can be collected as you make your way out. Please have a safe journey home, and we hope to see everyone for our Hanuman Jayanti celebrations. Sitaram.
I thank you, Aditi, and devotees, we say blessings to Raj, Hidisrota, for this evening. All right? No special reason, just to give thanks. Many of you would be aware by now, if not, Raj actually is now advisor to the Ministry of Tertiary Education. Advisor Raj or E-Boss? Advisor to my brother Prakash, Professor Prakash Prasad, and a lot of responsibility. So blessings, Raj, and you are Education Officer of Gyan Deepak. And of course, many people think that you are my driver. Because you go with me all about now. So I have a driver. And some people want to know how come I have a new car, which is your car really. But you know, devotee people have different ideas in their head, you know. But anyway, no matter what. So blessings, Raj, and to keep the journey going. Devotees, to all of you who have come, you're all special people. But tonight, let me welcome Dr. Riyan Maharaj and his family. It's the first time you're coming to Gyan Deepak. I want to welcome you specially. Last week we were in Las Lomas and you asked me, where else? I said, and I'm very happy to see you all joining together with us. And feel free to join us at any time. It will be a pleasure to have you joining together with us. Blessings for having come. We look forward to seeing you again. And devotees, Dr. Shivan Pancham, she received the invitation for way up in London, and she flew down, when, yesterday? Last week? Whenever it was. She has joined us here tonight. When are you going back, Shivan? Next week. All right. So Shivan, she is, I'm not campaigning for her because she doesn't work here, but she's my hematologist. And if it were not for her, I think somewhere I would have been receiving treatment for cancer of the blood. Isn't that so, Shivan? Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant child from the soil, a child of the soil. And I can never forget, I asked Shivan some time ago, I told you, Shivan, to come down and put back something back into your country. You came and you made effort. And you were frustrated from top to bottom. Isn't that so? All right. Now we have some of our own people inside. You can check it out and see again where is more frustration or what. But it's good to give back to your motherland. This is our land. Nice to have you. I know I have other godchildren there too. I don't know if they will come back. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if my son will come back. Yeah. But all, brain drain, brilliant people leaving here and going away. So maybe those of you who in political directorate, or look at this kind of thing and see how best you can woo these brilliant minds back to our country. It's important. Otherwise, how else again will we develop? Huh? Other people benefiting from our brains. So Shivan, nice to have you. Whenever you come, it's a joy. You bring thing for the neon thing? Right. So what she normally brings a special gel something to rub in my knee, so I could open my mouth some more. Blessing Shivan. And Tara, you also, whenever you go to England, she brings also something for me too, Yeah. So I use one in the morning and I use one in the evening. One bong joke. Yeah. Blessings to all of you. And devotees, we have had a wonderful 3 nights of devotions. And I must commend the young ones that you have been coming out, and I appreciate it very much. You are the future. We look forward to seeing you. So next week, Wednesday is Hanuman Jayanti. So we begin puja around 5. As you heard, prepare yourselves. And we're not going to have a rote competition. But every year, I tend to sample the route and see which is the least, what is the word? Gently challenging. Some people make route, man, you can't bite it. But I mean, you make it with bhav, feelings. But make it a little softer. Right? So look forward to route next week. And last year, we told people, white flour is not the best thing. You could make route with something otherwise, I don't know. Try it and see, cassava flour maybe. Amriti? I don't know. I can't cook, I couldn't eat. So we can experiment and see. Yeah? Healthy. And a lot of people diabetic, so you can make some diabetic root. It will help a lot of people. But root is what we use for next week. Of course, whatever else you can make. And I want to suggest that people try to make the root now. Don't order it. It's a new kind of pattern now to order your prasad, right? Hey, all try to make it now. And I could guarantee you, if it doesn't come out all our good self, you haven't tasted good, Hanuman Baba will still eat it. If it's your own effort. Try it and see. Okay? So we look forward to seeing everybody next week. And Tuesday we heard is Sundarkand. So if you can join us at Om Shakti, bring your mind, sing along together with us. We look forward to seeing you. So devotees, blessings to everybody. I want to say a very special blessing to Pandit Adesh and Arti. Now, they are responsible for streaming. And if you don't stream, a lot of people will be very disappointed all over. Now, many may not know the sacrifice that they have undergone for this week. Arti is working in Siparia. And Adesh, right now, he's not employed, but he'll be employed shortly, I hope. Right? But he is driving, right? Arti. Crazy. Driving down Siparia, picking up in the evening and coming back. And coming back in time here to stream for devotees to see. I really appreciate this great sacrifice. Blessings to both of you, and may you continue life journey. May more success come your way. Blessings. Fully appreciated. And Adi, I know you're not well. It's nice to see you with your hoodie and so on, but make sure you take out all the things and go home straight. Do one, because a fellow come and see by me with hoodie, Yeah. So we don't know what this guy is all about. But blessings, Adi, I know you're not well. Rest and Bhagwan will guide you also. Okay? So devotees, blessing to everybody. And Dharam, I must say a word to you. Goodbye. Okay, devotees, so blessings to everybody. We look forward to seeing you next week. Raj? Jai Sri Dharam. Blessings, devotees.